I'll get you to start with your full name for me, Bob, and just how you came to live in the city of Stirling.
Okay. Well, my full name is Bob Bentley Taylor. Most people know me just as Bob Taylor. I came to live in around late 1950s to live in this area. I went to the War Service scheme and got a block of land in Killarney. So they gave me a block in Killarney. I don't know if you know where Killarney is.
Is it still called Killarney?
Killarney, it was 2 doors over Scarborough Terrace in Alice Street. But there wasn't much of a road at Alice Street or Scarborough Terrace in those days.
Can you describe what it looked like? Can you remember what it looked like when you first bought that block?
It was pretty bush country. So when I went to work, I had to walk up to Scarborough Beach Road to catch the bus. Yeah. So that was in, I was there for about 3 or 4 or 5 years, and I moved to St Bridget's to Grand Promenade. I lived in Grand Promenade for about 50 years, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And did it feel, you said that there was a lot of bush, were the roads sealed or were they sand roads or dirt roads?
Dirt road when I first went to Scarborough Terrace area. I did as it is now. It's a very big area. Yeah. I think I had one child that went to North Scarborough School. Of course, then we moved to Grand Promenade, and all of my children then went to W Junior School, then on to Churchlands. Because we were there 50 years, yeah. Yeah.
And when you lived closer to Scarborough, to the coast, did you make use of the beach?
Oh, I used to go to the beach pretty regularly. One of my sons was a great surfer. My other son was very interested in surf lifesaving. In fact, he was held just about every position with the Trig Island Surf Club. We used to get home at tea time, and there'd be some big arguments between the surfer and the surf lifesaver. They used to be at each other's throats. Each one wanted the beach and there to be their part of the business.
And was it a good area to have an active lifestyle in?
Very much so, yeah. People were all very friendly. We all got on well together. We mixed together, did things together. Yeah. I know just opposite me there was a builder, or he's a bricklayer, and he pulled me in one day, had a YMCA. I don't know if you know where the YMCA was. It was somewhere down towards the beach, maybe where the Ampol garage, it's a Coltex, I think it's a Coltex garage, or somewhere in that area. And they were going to pull the YMCA building down, and he wanted someone to give him a hand to pull off the roof. So I know I had that one Saturday, we spent the day pulling the roof off the YMCA building.
You must have seen the buildings over the years change quite a lot.
Very much so, yeah. There used to be, I'm trying to remember where these places were, but I can't. There was a picture theatre, and right alongside of it was a picture garden. There was the gardens where they used to have the deck chairs, one thing or another.
Wow.
So in the summer months, you sat out in the deck chairs. If the rain came, you just moved inside to the theatre. And it was very popular. We used to go every Saturday night. If you didn't book, you didn't get in. It was that popular.
Would you go with the whole family?
Yeah, we used to go with the whole family, yep.
Can you remember any of the movies that you would have seen?
Oh, of course, no. My memory's not that good. It's bad enough. And, but then, of course, later on, the Metro drive-in came into being, and we used to go there. And I was a bit late in getting a driver's licence. And the first day I got my driver's licence, I came home and they all wanted to go to the Metro drive-in. I said, I just learned to drive. I said, I don't want to go down there. And then I got talked into it, so we went to the Metro drive-in and we managed to get there okay and got home safely.
How come you were so late in getting your driver's licence?
Pardon?
How come you were so late in getting your driver's licence?
Didn't have enough money to get a car, I guess. I had a motorbike, but never had enough money to get a car, so They'd have to wait a while.
And was the bus transport okay around this area?
It was run by the Scarborough Bus Company, Big Boo trailer bus. They had one Big Boo trailer bus. Young guy used to drive it. He was a Brabazon. That's what he thought he was, anyhow. But not Brabazon, whatever the bloke's name is, I can't remember. The Speedway. He used to drive the bus like that too. Sometimes you wonder whether you're going to get to town or not. But he used to make it.
And would it feel like Perth was quite a while away? Did it feel like Perth was very much the city and here was a little bit more kind of rural, not rural, but you know?
Yeah. Well, you used to take 50, well over half an hour, 45 minutes to get to town,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where did you work? Did you work in the area or did you have to travel to work?
No, I worked with the West Rail. I was with West Rail for 43 years. Luckily I'd been to the country and I'd come back and I was now working in Perth with their commercial branch.
And so what would your work involved with West Rail? What would you do?
Well, I had a fancy title. What was it they used to call me? Market Development Manager, Interstate. So I used to look after all the interstate business. We used to haul well over 1 million tonnes every year by rail. It was a big business.
And how long have you been living in the villa here?
I've been here now 10, 12 years.
And do you like staying in the area? You've lived here for so long. Why this area of Perth? Have you enjoyed it so much?
Well, I've become a matter of circumstance, I suppose. My wife got dementia, and she got to the stage where she had to be put in the home, and she went to Shawford, which is just across the road here. So I sold the house, and get somewhere close, I came here, which was right next door to it. I could walk across the road everywhere I wanted to. So she was in the home for about 5 years before she passed away.
And do you know people who live here that you have known in the area for a while?
Yeah, I knew a couple of. I played in the Double View Junior Football, the Double View Bowling Club, and there seemed to be a retirement home for players from Double View. A lot of them used to come and live down here, so I got to know quite a few. They used to come down here. I always thought that the place looked very nice, looked quite homely and one thing and another. So, and as it turned out, the nursing home was right next door. It was ideal, so it worked out well,
And do you footy blokes get around and watch the footy together?
Yep. Yeah, well, as I said some time ago, when I then moved at that area, we formed the Double View Junior Football Club. And it was myself as the treasurer, a chap by the name of Cliff Fitzpatrick as president, and a chap by the name of Dick Millett was the secretary. So we kept that going for, quite a few years. And we turned out some good footballers. A couple of you might have heard of Mike Fitzpatrick, who played for Sydney but then went on to Carlton. Gary Buckenara, he finished up in Hawthorn, one of the best footballers there. We had a pretty good organisation. We all worked together pretty well, ran things with the dances. There used to be a hall, the RSL Hall in Brighton Road. That's now been pulled down too, so sold us.
One final question. It's going to be about football. What makes football so good in terms of like being in it as the community?
Oh, I think it's the companionship with your players, your mates. Of course, I played from the time I was this size till I was about nearly 30 odd, and I enjoyed every minute of it.
Well, excellent. Yeah. Is there anything else that you would like to mention about the area or anything like that?
Oh, it was a great area to live. It's handy to the beach, as I said before, and we enjoyed it. We had the pictures and one thing and another, and had nice shopping areas. Used to be two greengrocery shops. One was up towards Doubleview, one further down towards where the Grand Prime Medical Centre is now. They're run by Capo Brothers, the two Capo shops, and they were brilliant. They were brilliant shops. Yeah.
Yeah. And everything you needed.
Yeah, they wanted all in the vegetable line, anyhow. Yeah. And they were quite good salesmen too.
Well, thank you so much, Bob.
Okay.
Yeah, that was great. Thanks for sharing those stories.
Okay. Thank you.